your patent pencil, I give you a piece of my mind. In my opinion, nation, the sun is gonna surely shine. Stop all your fussing, slap on a smile. Come out and walk in the sun for a while. Don't fight the feeling, you know you wanna have a good time. And in my opinion, nation, the sun is gonna surely shine.
And if I could only have one album, it would probably be the Hammer Double album. And the chick, of course, would have to be Cindy Crawford. Whoa.
Okay, but let's say it's not a desert island, it's just real life. What kind of girl would you want?
She'd have to have long, brown, curly hair, big brown eyes. She'd have to know a lot about sports.
Ted Williams' lifetime batting average was .344, by the way.
And she'd have to be at least 6 feet tall.
In heels?
Yeah, heels are fine.
Oh, by the way, Joey, what would you do if there was a girl almost exactly like the one you just described right under your nose, but she was just a little bit too young?
Well, I'd take her number and call her in a couple years. Whoa!
Ew, Joey, you're disgusting.
What?
There's already sugar on your cereal. Your teeth are gonna fall out of your head.
Ah, great.
Why is that great?
Because the dentist has a brand new assistant and I'm dying to have her lean over me.
Joey!
Daddy, come here.
Blossom.
Morning, honey.
Go easy on that sugar, Joey.
That's breakfast.
No time. This session with Huey Lewis in the news is going to pay for Anthony's freshman year at Harvard.
Yale.
Harvard.
Yale.
Hey, Blossom, how much to sip this whole thing through my nose? I'll do it. I'll do it.
Oh, don't worry, we've got 18 left.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
That's it. The last of the Apollo 11 glasses.
You broke it.
Yeah, it took 19 years, but we finally smashed them all.
That's just great. That's perfect.
I'm sorry, Dad. It just sort of fell out of my hands. You want some coffee or something?
No time.
What's with Dad?
Well, it must be serious. He's in a suit. Maybe he's got a job interview.
I hope so. It's been months since he's had a steady gig.
He's been really depressed.
Well, at least he's getting out. Some guys in his situation just stop shaving and stay home and bake.
What?
What do you mean, what?
What do they bake? Cookies and stuff?
Yes, Joey, cookies. Sometimes brownies, pie even. What I'd give to spend a day in your world.
Where would I go?
Don't worry, Blossom. Everything will be all right.
Yeah.
Hey, how much to sip this whole thing through my nose? I'll do it.
Married you, if I married you, it would be bigamy, bigamy. 'Cause I
kids. Maybe 2 or 3.
Big of me. If I married you, it would be big of me.
Dad, we have the greatest news.
Hey, me too.
David Lee Roth is thinking of doing a cover of Grandpa's song.
Oh, yeah?
That's right. Can you believe it? I wrote that song in 51. I'm hip now.
Oh, great. Weren't you leaving?
No, I was gloating. I'll be leaving after I finish.
So, Dad, what's your good news?
Well, I'll tell you what, Joey. How would you like it if you never had to mow the lawn again?
Yes!
And Blossom, how would you like it if you had that built-in swimming pool?
All right.
And Anthony, how would you like it if you got to get out on your own? Be a little more independent.
Well, I'd rather have the pool.
What's this all about, Dad?
Well, you know those new apartments over on Magnolia Boulevard? I've decided we're going to sell the house and move in over there. With the money that we get from the sale of the house, there'll be enough extra for trumpet lessons for Blossom and private tutors for Joey and Tony.
I know. I'll see you at Thanksgiving.
No, Anthony, you don't have to leave if you don't want to. You can move with us. Hey, you can share a room with Joey, just like the old days.
But, Dad, I'm sober now.
How come you want to sell the house, Dad?
Oh, we've lived in this old house all our lives. Plumbing's starting to go. Come spring, we'll need new screens. Who needs the hassle? Trust me, Blossom. A brand new apartment. You'll love it.
I guess so.
You guys go grab your coats. I'll take you out for pizza. We'll celebrate.
All right.
Come on.
All right.
So you broke.
Aren't you gone?
Must be pretty bad if you got to sell the house.
This is my problem, Buzz.
Well, you got your I've been to the bank and they turned me down suit. Listen, Nick.
No.
No what?
No, I don't want your help. I've raised these kids on my own.
I know, and I'm their worthless heel of a grandfather. Look, there are lots of ways to get money, many of them legal. What about that college fund that you and Matty set up?
You see, that is just the kind of help I don't need. I'm not like you, Buzz. I have to think about their future.
Oh, you know, you're a real delight to talk to.
What's going on? I thought you said everything would be all right.
I was wrong.
An apartment?
Yeah, isn't that cool?
No, Joey, it isn't cool. I mean, Dad must be in real trouble if he's got to sell the house.
Oh, yeah. Now I'm emasculating.
What?
Emasculating. I learned it in English class. Use a word 3 times and it's yours. That's my second time.
So what do we do?
Well, what are our options?
We could make a big stink about it. And then Dad'll feel even worse than he already does. Or we could go along with Dad's idea and end up losing our house.
There's a third option we haven't explored yet.
What's that?
We could sell off our organs.
Don't be ridiculous, Tony. We don't have any organs. We have a piano.
Daddy, we're ready. Can I bring Pooba to the drive-in?
Of course you can, sweetheart.
Well, Joey says Pooba has to go in the trunk or we have to pay extra.
Joey!
I didn't say anything about her, dumb bear. He can't go in the trunk because he's afraid of the dark. He's a bear. You're an idiot. You're a bigger idiot. You're the biggest idiot.
Nick, you gotta let me help you figure this out. You spent 20 years here. What about all the good memories?
Goodbye, Nick.
Maddie,
We've been over this 1,000 times.
this isn't some kind of game, Madeline.
I know.
Maddie, you walk out that door, you can forget about coming back. They're not all good memories.
Dad?
What, Joe?
Nothing. Dad?
What is it, Joey?
Nah, forget it. Dad?
What do you want, Joe?
Well, it's probably not my place to say this, but you know how you're always telling me that I'm too impulsive and that I jump to conclusions and never really think things through?
Yeah?
Well, I think the pot is on the other foot this time.
You mean you think this is a case of one shoe calling the kettle black?
Exactly.
I understand. That frightens me, but I do understand.
I mean, you and I know how cool apartment living can be, but Tony and Blossom, they're just not like us, Dad.
Oh, they're not?
No, they're simpler. They're more the homebody type. I mean, they like the white picket fences and the driveways and the basketball hoops and barbecues on 4th of July when all the neighborhood kids get together and run down the street waving sparklers. And the whole world feels like a picnic, and maybe I'm simpler too.
In many ways, you may be the simplest of all, Joey.
Thanks, Dad.
All right, but we've got a big change to make, and I'm gonna need your help.
Can we get movers?
No, Joe, I'm gonna need your help to convince your brother and sister how cool apartment living can be. We have to help them to see our vision.
Oh, yeah. What is our vision, Dad?
That we'll have a better life in an apartment. High security, low maintenance, less responsibility, more money in our pocket. Can you see it, Joe? Can you see the vision?
It would help if you had a brochure.
I can't believe your dad is selling this house. We grew up in this house.
6, I grew up in this house.
Oh, like I didn't? Excuse me, but I lost my first tooth in this very room. I was sitting on top of those very stairs when I found out that the tooth fairy was actually your father. I was hanging out this very bedroom window when I first saw Joey in boxer shorts. These are landmarks in a young girl's life. And all of a sudden we're selling? Nobody asked me.
Nobody asked me. My father made the decision. I'm gonna miss having a lawn.
Yeah, me too. Remember when we used to put our hair up in buns and run through the sprinklers in the summer?
Yeah. Remember how we used to hide in those hedges and spy on Anthony and that Susie Solomon girl from across the street?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, at least you won't have to change schools.
Yeah, but I have to change rooms. I like this room. Everything that ever happened to me happened in this room.
Hey, Blossom, you want to play Barbies? Okay, so I get to be Tressie. You were Tressie last time. It's my house. Okay, then you can be Tressie, but Angie gets to go with G.I. Joe.
Who's Angie?
She looks just like Barbie, but she was on sale.
Where'd you get that G.I. Joe?
Joey's room?
Well, he's my brother, so Tressie gets to go out with him.
Sorry, Tressie has to stay home and wash her hair. Hey, guys! Let him go! Let him go!
What are you doing?
Nothing!
We just borrowed him. We're playing dolls.
G.I. Joe is not a doll. Oh, really? What is he then? He's an action figure. I hate boys.
Me too.
Oh, I miss G.I. Joe. I can't wait till the war's over and we get married.
Hungry?
Yeah.
Good, because I'm starved. Let's go raid the fridge while it still belongs to you. You know, Blossom, I'm really sorry you're moving into an apartment.
Thanks, Six.
Closet space is really small.
I know.
Can I have half your clothes?
Six?
Just trying to keep them in the family.
I'm never gonna find an apartment.
Well, are you willing to live with a roommate?
Maybe, why?
Listen to this. Single white male seeks same.
No, Joey.
Why not? He says that he enjoys candlelight dinners, long walks on the beach, and wants to share all the good things in life.
No, Joey.
I think you ought to at least send him a picture. It says you gotta be wearing chaps.
Give me.
What's your problem, Tony?
This whole moving thing has me freaked, Joe. I mean, we've never lived anywhere else. Here, look at this.
What?
See those marks right there?
Yeah?
First day of school, I locked myself in this closet. Had to take the door off the hinges to get me out. Neat. Come on.
What?
Look at this.
Bloodstains?
Blueberry pie stains. Another good reason not to roller skate in the house while eating. Whoa. Oh, man. All right, come on. You're gonna like this one. Just put your head back and look up.
That's it?
Yeah, that's it.
What's it supposed to be?
It's not supposed to be anything. It is a volcano.
Oh, a volcano.
Yeah, like Mount Rushmore.
Where's the smoke and lava and everything?
You have to imagine it.
No, you don't.
What's that?
That, little brother, is what you get when you peel open 700 rolls of caps.
We're not supposed to play with matches.
This isn't playing. This is science.
I love that smudge. That was great.
We were grounded for 6 months.
It was still great.
Yeah.
I'm not moving.
What?
I'm not moving, Tony. This is my house and I'm staying.
There are people in our kitchen.
What kind of people?
It's a fixer, no question. But if you just tore down this wall, maybe sunk this living room, you'd have something. Of course, the location is excellent. Good schools.
Honey, could you give me a hand with these Apollo glasses? Oh, no, not up there. I haven't put shelf paper in there yet. Oh!
Don't worry. We still have 23 of these left. Oh, can you imagine it, Maddie? Someday our kids will fill these Apollo glasses with Tang. And they'll sit right there at that table, and we'll teach the 10 of them about life and about love and about...
10? How are we going to put 10 kids through college?
I got it all figured out. I started an account today. The first of the month, we take care of the house, the food, and the car. And we take what's left and put half of that into a college fund.
What do we do with the other half?
One of us goes to the movies. But the rule is we never touch the college fund. Even if we're down to nothing, even if we have to live on bologna, even if the wolves are at the door, we'll feed the wolves the bologna before we touch that money.
Hey, little girl.
Oh, hi, Daddy.
Hello, Buzz. You know this house has a bell.
Yeah, I was never much for technical stuff.
Daddy, Nick started a college fund.
Great. I tell you what, they'll be my grandkids. I'll kick in a couple of bucks every week.
Oh, like you kicked in for the down payment?
Well, hell, I meant to. That damn horse fell down on the backstretch.
I don't need your help, Buzz.
Yes, you do. Or to put it another way, the kids need my help.
Nobody needs your help, Buzz. We're fine.
You know, you're as stubborn as a mule in cement. Just listen to me, will you?
Why should I?
You know, you see that drawer? I don't even have to open it to tell you what's in it. It's full of rubber bands and old birthday candles and probably a flashlight and no batteries.
Wrong. That's where we keep the dish towels.
Don't mess with me, Nick. You know what I'm going for. This is a home. I'm a suitcase man myself, but that's not right for children. They've gone through enough already. Don't take their house away.
I told you I am not touching the college fund.
But you won't have to. I'll give you the money.
Oh, I've heard this song before.
Dad! Dad, there are people upstairs and they want to turn Joey's room into a spa, and that's not all.
They want to sink the living room.
And put in a bidet.
Unless they decide to level the place off, in which case you're standing in the tennis court.
6, this is starting to sound like a family discussion. Maybe you should...
Leave? Out of the question. I grew up in this house. I lost my first tooth here. I was sitting on top of those very stairs when I found out that you were actually the tooth fairy.
My whole world's crumbling.
Fine, you can stay.
I think what 6 is trying to say is that an apartment is nice and all, but this is our home. I mean, we grew up here and, well, we want to keep growing up here.
Does that go for everyone? I see.
Dad, we know these are hard times, but moving is a big decision and you made it without us. We just want a chance to talk it over.
Buzz, this is beginning to feel like a family discussion. Maybe you should...
Leave? Out of the question. I lost my last tooth in this house.
Fine. Okay, guys. Here's how it is. There's a balloon payment due on the house, and I can't afford it. It's that simple.
Why don't you just use the college money?
No.
I thought this was a family discussion.
It is, but we're not going to talk about that.
Well, we're all together anyway. Let's play Pictionary.
Tony.
Dad, we just want to talk.
Please?
Talk.
All right. Even if all the planets align, Joey won't be starting college for 2 years. By then, we could be talking athletic scholarship, community college, maybe. Blossom is 3 years away, and she's so smart they'll probably pay her to go to college. As for me, I'm still torn between Harvard and Yale, so I've decided to drive an ambulance while I work it out.
So you see, Dad, you can borrow from the college fund and still have time to pay it back.
And you won't have to feel emasculated. Hey, that's 3 times. Emasculation is mine.
Don't ask.
So, have you said everything you wanted to say? Well, then this family discussion is over. We are selling the house.
Come on, Dad.
Now listen. This house is nice, but it can only take care of you while you're in it. You go to college, you've got a chance when you leave this house. I am not gambling with your college money, kids. Period. I'm sorry.
Whatever you say, Dad.
One for you, one for you, and one for you.
What's this?
That's your inheritance.
Grandpa, you're still alive.
I could go any time. Twice a day, your dad tells me to drop dead.
This is a lot of money.
Well, I got an advance from David Lee Roth. That was for your college education. But since your dad is taking care of that, why, you can use it any way you want.
Well, of course, the wallpaper has got to go. Call me when you decide. Great news, Mr. Russo. They are very interested in this house.
Dad.
I'm sorry, but it looks like we have another buyer.
Who?
A young family just starting out.
I see.
Three, two.
Whoa. Whoa.
Joe?
Show me how to do it, Joe.
These counts the years.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
Do it.